Dr. Marisa Snyder. I am a functional practitioner and an avid essential oil user. I love using them in my home, and I'm excited to share with you about a presentation regarding how you can leverage the use of essential oils and supplementation for focus and mental clarity. Now, this is a big topic because, as you can imagine, many of us, including myself, I want to feel like my brain is functioning at peak capacity. And when our brain is working properly, we are able to focus, we're able to concentrate, and we're able to really have that mental clarity. And that really is a great sign for our body functioning properly. Now, when it comes to boosting brain power and getting that focus and mental clarity that we're all looking for on a day-to-day basis, what's super important is I want you to consider supplementation, nutrition, and essential oils. So I want to first talk a little bit about supplementation because that is something that I want you to be considering every single day. A big part of making sure that our brain is functioning at an ideal capacity is that we're doing things every single day to move the needle so that we're feeling that way, so that we're able to make the most of our ability to function, to learn, really to do the things that we love. So let's talk about supplementation. Now, doTERRA has two incredible supplements that I take every single day, and specifically, I think a lot about focus, mental acuity, concentration, like how can I really get the most bang for my buck when it comes to supporting brain function. Now, the first supplement is going to be the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Now, this trio is literally designed to help to support your brain and your cellular function as well. So I highly recommend taking that morning and evening. Then the other supplement, which you may not know as much about, is MitoToMax. Now, MitoToMax is our energy and vitality supplement, but specifically it works on mitochondrial function, and your mitochondria is your energy powerhouse, and it's really helping for your brain, your heart, all of your cells in the body to function at peak capacity. And I recommend taking MitoToMax in the morning and in the early afternoon so you really get the most bang for your buck when it comes to using that supplement. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is gut health. As you guys know, your gut is your second brain, and so I want you to be thinking about how you can support your gut when it comes to brain health as well. So I highly recommend taking the Terrazyme. It's our digestive enzyme. It helps to ensure that when you're eating all of those greens, healthy fats, clean proteins, all of the foods that are great for boosting that memory and mental clarity, that they are getting digested and actually going into the system so that your body gets the most benefit. The other supplement that I love is PB Assist. Again, we want a really healthy gut, and the probiotic is a wonderful way to do that as well. So now that we've got our supplements and our bases covered, right, we're all of the cellular support, all of the energy, and all of the gut health, we are now ready to talk about probably my favorite conversation when it comes to mental clarity and focus is essential oils. Now, again, as I mentioned before, it's so important to be using essential oils on a daily basis. When you're looking for really great results, it's really about that daily usage, and I cannot stress that enough. So let's talk about the top 5 oils when it comes to mental clarity, focus, concentration, all the things that we're looking for. Now, the first one that I absolutely love, and it's going to be no surprise to you, is going to be rosemary. Rosemary has been known as a #1 energy and memory booster for many, many, many years due to all of the incredible research. What we know is that there is one particular chemical constituent in rosemary called 1,8-cinnalol. And what that does, it helps to increase the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. And that helps to boost memory, focus, and concentration. So we actually can demonstrate that rosemary boosts all of the things that we're looking for when it comes to getting our brain a little bit of an extra something. Now, the favorite oil that I love when it comes to using rosemary is Motivate. Now, Motivate is one of our go-to aromatherapy essential oils, and Motivate is by far one of my absolute favorite essential oils that doTERRA carries. Now, when it comes to Motivate, I love to breathe it in through inhalation. So what I'll do is I'll put this oil on my palms like this, rub my palms together, and then just breathe it in. Especially, oh, it smells so good. Especially when I'm working on a big project, or let's say it's in the afternoon and I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit of an energy slump, this is my go-to oil. Now, when I'm trying to get things done on a day-to-day basis, I also love to put this oil topically behind my ears, back of my neck. I just love to get that experience. That peppermint in there has that little tingle. So Motivate is about to become your best friend as much it is my best friend. Like, I never ever travel without this oil. Now, the second oil that I love is basil. Now, basil is found in AromaTouch, Past Tense, and Motivate. These are three of my go-to blends. And the cool thing about basil is that it helps to relieve mental exhaustion. And I know that there are days where you've just taken on tons on your plate, feeling a little bit exhausted, maybe even a little bit overwhelmed. That tends to happen to me at like 3 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm finishing up work and I know I've got more stuff to do later on in the night. That's when I'm starting to feel like, I'm feeling a little fatigued and my brain is feeling a little bit like mush. I don't know if you've been there before, but I've definitely experienced mushy brain many, many times. And so basil is that great oil that just kind of rejuvenates, refreshes you, and just gets you right back in your game. And like I said, it's in the Motivate blend, it's in Past Tense, and I love Past Tense because it's a roller, so it's super easy to roll over. And then don't even get me started on AromaTouch, my favorite massage oil. Not only does it help to release any nerve tension or any type of stress that I'm experiencing in my muscles, but it also gives me that little extra edge to get back on track. So basil is number 2. Now, number 3 is going to be frankincense. Now, frankincense, as we know, is the king of oils, a personal favorite. And what I love about frankincense is, one, it blends well with so many other essential oils. And my favorite little energy booster combination is a combination of frankincense, peppermint, and wild orange. And I usually put it in a little roller like this. I'll do a combination of a 1:1:1 ratio, and I will roll it over whatever area I'm just working on. It gives me that extra little energy boost. But frankincense is also not only great for supporting cellular function overall, so it's such a win-win essential oil, but it's also great at helping to reduce stress levels, helping to boost mood, which I love, and it's great for helping to improve focus and minimizing distractions. Like, I didn't really know that about frankincense, but when I use frankincense, I am honed back into the task so that I can get the things done that I had on my list to begin with. I don't know about you, but I love to check things off my list. And so frankincense is one of those oils that helps me to just check off those tasks as I go throughout the day. Number 4 is patchouli. Now, patchouli is such a beautiful essential oil. It's so grounding, and I think about it as a really amazing emotional support oil. Specifically, it's great for anytime you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Patchouli is amazing over the heart, on the wrists. I love it on the temples. Patchouli is in Whisper, one of my favorite essential oil blends. I love that oil, and I always think of it as my instant grounding reset stress blend, kind of similar to Balance. Those two are very similar for me, but I love to wear Whisper on my wrist, especially in the evening where I'm just trying to relax and get the things done that I need to get done for the evening of the night. And what I do love about patchouli is that, again, it's just great for diffusing. It's great for just helping to get you back on focus as you're able to kind of relieve any of that stress or any of those emotional tensions you could be dealing with. Now, number 5 is citrus oils. And I can't begin to tell you how much citrus oils not only boost mood, but also energize the senses. Citrus bliss, motivate, wild orange, grapefruit. I can go on and on about the citrus oils, but they're those energy boosters. They're those great mood boosters. It's just such a great combination where you're using citruses with like Motivate or using citruses with peppermint and frankincense, so you kind of get all of the benefits of those oils. And that leads me to my last oil, which is peppermint. Now, peppermint, as we know, it's got that amazing cooling sensation. I love the little tingle that it gives. One of my favorite little hacks, let's say this is a Motivate roller. I love to pop the top of my Motivate roller add a little bit more peppermint into it and then roll it the back of my neck, behind the ears. So not only can I get that mental boost, but also I get that little extra tingle that energizes me as well. So a great hack is to just add a little bit of peppermint to whatever you're using to kind of give you that instant energy boost so that you're kind of oxygenating the body and just really waking up the brain. So peppermint, wonderful oil to use to keep yourself focused and motivated. Now, really quickly, I wanted to just mention some of the oils that I love, particularly the blends. Intune is a great oil. It also has patchouli in it. It has frankincense. It has ylang-ylang, lime, and sandalwood. These are all great concentration boosters. Motivate, as you know, is one of my absolute go-to favorite oils, again, for boosting concentration and mental focus. It's got clementine, peppermint, and then basil and rosemary. Really, this is the go-to oil for really helping to create that mental and emotional kind of boost that you're looking for. Aroma Touch, Citrus Bliss, and Cheer. Those are my other 3 favorite blends. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna figure out what blend is right for you and kind of your emotional and mental well-being. Play with these a little bit. I think you're gonna find that some of them are really gonna perk you up and get you going when you need it most. And then when it comes to all the oils that I mentioned today, I wanted to just let you know that these are all for topical and aromatic uses. So just applying them to the wrist, to the temples, breathing them in aromatically, or even diffusing them by your work, when you're studying, wherever it is that you need that extra energy, that extra memory, concentration boost, that's gonna be the best way to use these oils. Just wanted to share that with you. And again, the last thing I wanted to mention is it's all about daily usage. So the more that you're consistently using these oils throughout the day, I promise you're gonna feel sharp and you're gonna feel ready to roll when it comes to any task that you are looking to tackle. So I hope you begin to integrate these oils into your home. My goodness, they are by far the biggest needle mover when it comes to getting me focused and really creating the health and wellness that I desire.
Hi, my name is Natalie Wysocki, and I am very happy to be with you here discussing the topic of focus and how you can use essential oils to enhance your focus. And if you're anything like me, the first thing I think of when I hear the word focus is school or work. I think about a child being able to focus so that they can finish their homework or complete a test, or I think about someone at work who has a lot of tasks they have to do and needs to be able to hunker down and focus to get it done. But focus is actually something that can add fulfillment to any aspect of your life, to have focus and to be present in the moment. So whether it's a family gathering or a lunch date with a friend or a hobby that you love, like photography or cooking or gardening. So to be present in the moment and to be focused really will add fulfillment to any area of your life. So before we get started talking about some of these wonderful blends and essential oils and combos that you can put together, I invite you to press pause for just a moment and go and grab your oils so that you can start to experience these and grow your confidence with making these aromatic choices so that you can have your specific needs met throughout the day. So the first oil that we're going to be talking about is, of course, Intune, which is our focus blend. As you smell Intune, go ahead and take the cap off and see if you can pick up the lime aroma. The lime is going to give you that pick-me-up. All citrus oils are very invigorating and very good for the mood. You might smell the frankincense. Frankincense is wonderful. I love to use this oil even just on its own for clarity. It just kind of clears the brain and clears the fogginess and gives you that clarity. You're also going to pick up some aromas of patchouli and vetiver and sandalwood. Many of the oils in this blend have a very high level of a chemical constituent called sesquiterpenes. And sesquiterpenes are known for being able to have a very, very calming effect on the mind. So some wonderful ways to use Intune. It's in a roller ball, so it's really easy to apply. I like it on the back of the neck, behind the ears, the pulse points, the wrists and the forearms. It's also a great one you can use very discreetly. If you want to put it on the soles of your feet, rub it in well, and then just put socks and shoes over. This will let you gain all the benefits of Intune, but without having the aroma. Another one I love is to take the roller ball off. You can just kind of wedge a little fingernail under there and pop off the roller ball and put a few drops in your diffuser. And whatever spills, I like to take into my hands and rub it together. And the heat from your hands, you're kind of creating your own little body's human diffuser. And just cup your hands over your nose, take a few deep breaths in. And one more really fun way to have these oils on the go is with these inhalers. So what you can do is you can put a few drops of the Intune on this little wick, and then you put the wick inside the inhaler and seal it up so that everything stays intact. And this is just a wonderful way to, just have it in your pocket or a kid's backpack, and whenever you're needing that focus, to just take a few deep breaths in through each nostril and gain the benefits that way. When we use essential oils aromatically, it's very powerful. What happens is the odor molecules are going up through the nasal passageways, and it's those molecules that are sending messages to the brain. So it's so empowering to know that you have these tools at your fingertips and that you can affect your emotional well-being with these tools. So there are different reasons that we come out of focus. One of these reasons could be that your mind is just feeling really lethargic. There's no ideas or thoughts coming in, and you just feel like you just need a pick-me-up. And this would be a great time to bring in lemon oil. So go ahead and grab your lemon oil if you have it. And if you have rosemary, this is a really nice citrus and mint combo that go really well together. So as you smell the lemon oil, see if you can pick up that zest, just like that zest that was in the Intune from the lime. This has that zest, and citrus oils are just known to have that wonderful effect on mood. Rosemary is got that mintiness to it, so it's really great for alertness. Another really great combo when you're needing that pick-me-up is peppermint and wild orange. So let's go ahead and grab the peppermint and the wild orange. And as you smell the peppermint, if you're anything like me, I can pick up that feeling of energy I'm getting immediately. And the wild orange, again, being a citrus, so very invigorating, very good for sparking that creativity. These are wonderful together, and another wonderful citrus and mint combination. Rosemary and peppermint have actually had extensive studies done on its effect on memory recall. So what you can do is you can take a test, study for a test, and while you're studying, diffuse one of these oils, and then have that oil with you when you're actually taking the test to support that memory recall. Another reason you might feel out of focus is the exact opposite. You might feel that your mind is just racing and there's just too many thoughts coming in. You feel overstimulated, you're overthinking, and it just is not allowing you to focus. This would be a great time to bring in lavender. And if you have cedarwood or vetiver, these go really, really nicely with lavender. So as you smell lavender, see if you can pick up the difference of the other oils that you were experiencing, and see if the lavender gives you that calming effect. Floral oils typically are very, very calming. Cedarwood, this is one of my favorite oils, is a wood oil. And wood oils also are typically known to be very calming and very grounding. So this is a wonderful combo together to really calm the mind. Another oil that's great, it's a blend called Peace. And if you don't have vetiver on hand, vetiver is in our Peace oil. So there's lavender, there's vetiver. So this is another one that's really great for calming the mind. And if you notice, all of these oils we just discussed are also very, very good for a more restful sleep. So lavender, vetiver, cedarwood, Peace. They're going to calm the mind so you can focus. They're also going to calm the mind if you're one who has a hard time getting to sleep because of a mind that's racing. One more combo that I love for this same purpose, to calm the mind, is Balance and Serenity. I love these blends individually, but I especially love them together. This is a common one that we will diffuse together in my house. Balance, if you smell it, you're going to pick up a lot of those wood tones. There's different woods in here. There's some very calming florals in here. So again, it's going to be very grounding, very calming. And Serenity as well has a lot of those florals, calming and comforting. And together, they're just a wonderful combo for bringing you into focus. The primary brain chemical that calms the mind, that acts as this brake pedal, is called GABA, which stands for gamma-aminobutyric acid. So GABA is something that we can actually increase the levels of in our brains. And that's very exciting, because what can happen is if you're feeling like you're constantly overstimulated, constantly in that overwhelmment mode, constantly feeling like your brain's just turned on, you may want to increase your levels of GABA. And I have a really neat quote for you from a woman named Julia Ross, and she is a pioneer in the field of biochemical rebalancing. And what she says is that GABA acts like a sponge, soaking up excess adrenaline and other byproducts of stress and leaving us relaxed. Another way to increase the levels of GABA in your brain is through a substance called L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid, and it's found in the black tea leaf and the green tea leaf. And this is considered an adaptogen, so it has a very calming effect on the central nervous system. L-theanine is one of the primary ingredients in our Serenity gel caps. So this is our restful blend, so I do recommend taking this at night, but how exciting to know that it's going to help you with a more restful sleep, plus it is increasing your levels of GABA. Okay, last but certainly not least, I wanted to bring up the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I specifically wanted to talk about the Zeomega. Now this comes as a land and sea version. You can also get it as a vegan version, and they also have a kids version, which is where you just put a little on a spoon or put a little bit in a smoothie, and it's flavored with wild orange, and that's another way that kids can take it. So study after study has shown that essential fatty acids are critical to neurological brain health. So by taking these supplements on a daily basis, you are laying down an amazing foundation of health for your brain. So I hope that these oil recommendations and supplements were helpful for you and that they lead you on a path of having more focus and presence and fulfillment in all the areas of your life.
Hi, my name is Betty Torres, and I live in San Antonio, Texas. I'm originally from the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. Today I'm going to talk to you about just a great topic. It's about focus and motivation. It's very, very important to really take care of yourself and to find the products and the lifestyle that's going to work for you. So today I'm going to share my personal tips for how you can be more focused and more motivated. It's super important for people to understand it's not just about taking a product, it's about living a lifestyle. So sleep, drinking enough water, eating the right foods. What are the right foods? We need to have that discussion. And getting physical activity. If we don't get out there and move, we are not going to have the energy that we need to be focused and motivated. It's all about loving yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. Don't bite it off at once. There's no way. That's a sure way to fail. Pick one thing. What am I going to do? What am I going to get better at starting today? Do that for a few days or a few weeks and then add something else. And it will be a cycle of you improving your overall health. So now let's go into the products. Okay, here's my daily routine. I take the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I take it every single day. And I take the full dosage, the full amount for a 150-pound adult. Why do I take these products? I know that my body needs the nutritional resources in order to do the job that it's designed by nature to do. These products are going to support every single system of my body. The Microplex VMZ, vitamins and minerals from whole food sources infused with essential oils. What do the essential oils do? The essential oils are going to help to clear off those cell receptor sites so your cells can communicate better with each other. 72 trace minerals in addition to the vitamins. Why are the minerals important? The minerals are important because the vitamins don't know what to do without the minerals. So the minerals allocate the vitamins throughout your body. Next, we've got the ZE Omega. The ZE Omega is the good fats, your omega-3, 6, 9, and 5. They are what nourish your brain. Your brain is right around 80% fat. These are the good fats that will feed your brain. They also are going to provide your body with clean fuel to burn so that you have energy and stamina. The CRS Plus, that's a super antioxidant. That's protection for your cells. There are amazing products in there. Coenzyme Q10, turmeric, grapeseed, pine bark, sesame seed. It's just a whole list of different products that are great antioxidant. It's all combined in that product. I take these without fail every single day. It's best to space them out, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And I put them in a little container, and I have them set out each day so that I can, if I'm in a hurry, I can just grab it and take it with me, but I make sure that I've taken that container by the end of the day. So this is your nutritional foundation. This is number one before you look at any Target products. Go and nourish your body first, and your body can do some amazing things. Next is the digestive system. The digestive system is very important. 60 to 85% of our immune system is in our digestive system. And there is a huge connection between our gut, our digestive system, and our brain. So if we have a backed up system in our body, a backed up sewage system basically, where we're not eliminating properly, what do you think your thoughts are going to be? Are your thoughts going to be positive and happy? No, your thoughts are going to be negative. You're going to have a hard time with your memory. It's just not a good situation when your digestive system is in distress. So these are two products I use every day, the Terrazyme, digestive enzymes, 10 different digestive enzymes in that product. Each one will help to break down a different type of food. So I take the Terrazyme with meals. If I'm eating a salad, I'll take one. If I'm eating a larger meal, let's say I'm eating a steak, which I don't do often, but if I am going to take 3 because that's going to help my body break down that food and it's going to help move it out. Also, when we're eating cooked and processed food, which most of us are out of convenience, we need to have these enzymes because the cooked and processed food does not have enzymes. And what happens is that the body cannot digest the food. You can't move it out. You aren't having your regular bowel movements. Some of it, kind of like backs up and into your blood, and your blood creates antibodies, and then you become allergic to that food. So it's really, really important to break down the food and move it out, and that's the role that the Terrazyme plays. The PB Assist, that's probiotics, and they are special probiotics. doTERRA has a double encapsulated probiotic, and the reason for the double encapsulation is that most probiotics, when you take them, they get to the stomach, and the stomach is like, oh, it's food, and sends in the acids to break down the food. And so it compromises the probiotics, so it never really gets to the intestines where it can repopulate the good flora that is essential for good digestion. So what the PB Assist does, because it is double encapsulated, the clear capsule is the prebiotic. And the green capsule that's inside of the clear capsule is the probiotic. And what the prebiotic does is it protects the probiotic through the stomach, through the digestive process, and gets it into the intestines to repopulate that good flora. And all of us in this country are depleted in that intestinal flora that we need for proper digestion. We are depleted because we've taken a lot of antibiotics. We eat food that has antibiotics in it, and we're drinking water that has antibiotics in it. So we want to make sure that we repopulate that good flora so that we can start to digest properly, which will impact our overall health and support every single system of our body. The next product that I take daily is Mito 2 Max. I really, really depend on this energy and stamina complex for brain power. And I also rely on it very heavily for my energy. I know that it is a product that supports the endocrine system, and your endocrine system includes your adrenals, which are very important in energy production. My oil of choice to put in my water every day is a citrus oil, and I use the grapefruit in all of my water. So I use, of course, glass or porcelain or high-quality stainless steel receptacle, but I put a drop or 2 of grapefruit oil in every single glass of water that I drink. It's very cleansing in the morning. It can help to cleanse the toxins that accumulated in your body while you were sleeping. And it also can help to, it promotes the production of your body's own glutathione, which is good for so many things, including anti-aging. And then last, I take the DDR Prime every single day, and I take it to make sure that I get all the oils that I need on a daily basis. This complex is made up of oils that help to repair cells, and also oils that promote apoptosis, which is programmed cell death in the cells. Okay, so it helps to promote that cell cycle. So this is my daily routine, and consistency is key, and consistency over time is super important. I always look at the cell cycle. The cell cycle is 120 days. That's how long it takes for your cells to regenerate. And so I always tell people, if you're going to get started with this program, or especially the Lifelong Vitality Pack, yes, there's a guarantee, change your life in 30 days. But if you only take it for 30 days, yes, you're going to see some differences, and they are going to be life-changing differences. But if you give it 120 days of consistent use, that's how long it takes the body to replenish those red blood cells, and that's where you're going to see some really, really big changes in your overall health. Okay, on class days, I need extra. On top of that foundation, I need more. I like to chew the A to Z chewables. So these are the children's vitamin. That's also for people that don't like to take capsules. And I didn't like to take capsules before, but I learned how to take capsules. Like capsules, you can't tilt your head back. You got to tilt your head forward. And that opens up that passage so that you can swallow a handful of capsules. Before, I couldn't even take one. Now I take all of my capsules. I take like a handful at a time because I know how to take them. But the A to Z is something that the children use and something that some of the people that don't like capsules use, but I love to use it as an extra form of nutritional resources on the days that I really need that extra brain power. So I'll take 2 of those, I'll chew those, and I will take a teaspoon of the IQ Mega. This is all in addition to my daily foundation. I always, before class, I get a little nervous, and I think it's because I get so energized, because I walk in the room and there are all these people and there's so much excitement, and I know I'm going to be way more effective if I am presenting in a more, kind of in a little bit calmer way, and if I can be understood and not be all over the place, if I'm in a logical progression. So what I do is I pull out the big guns of oils. I get into the room and I'm consuming these oils conspicuously, okay? So people that are in the room are looking like, what is she doing? What's her routine? What is she taking? So they see that I'm using these because I get really excited. And I get a little nervous. So I'm taking the balance. I'm putting a little bit of balance under my feet. I'm smelling my hands. That's the grounding blend. Sometimes you come off of talking on your phone, texting on your phone. This helps you to be calm. The Serenity is another one. I like to put that on the back of my hand, and I like to smell of it because that also helps to calm me. The frankincense, I like to use that on the top of my head. That helps me to, it's a spiritual connection when you put it on the top of your head. It helps me, I believe it helps me think better, and it also adds to my calming. And then finally, I like the Breathe. The Breathe is amazing because it opens up those nasal passages. I can breathe better. I get more oxygen in. I put a drop in my hand, rub my hands together. I breathe out and I breathe in, and then I breathe out and I breathe in, and I do that several times. Now, days that I can really tell that, okay, I really need the oil, I'm going to take the Melissa and I'm going to put a drop on the back of my neck, and I am going to rub it in, and then I am going to smell. And I will tell you that I am ready to take on the biggest class, the most exciting class, the biggest audience, the most intimidating, scary situation in life, even if it's not a doTERRA class, I can take on with these products. Okay, I want to make sure that during the class I stay focused, and that I remember everything that I want to talk about, everything that I want to share. So a product that I find really helps me with my focus is Intune. I put a little bit on my temples, rub it in, and then I can focus on exactly what I need to focus on during the class. Okay, so let's talk about work at home days. These can be challenging. The days that you're working at home and you're supposed to get something done, but you're like, not getting it done. I can be a procrastinator. If I have a deadline, the deadline can hang over my head. The most important thing that I have to do that day will hang over my head, and I won't get to it when I know that if I just did that most important thing, that one thing that's so important, everything else really wouldn't matter. And then I'd be free for the rest of the day. But instead, I tend to drag it out, procrastinate. This is a huge help. The wintergreen. My good friend Dr. Lori Langfit told me that if I take a little bit of wintergreen and put it over my kidneys, rub it on my back over my kidneys, it can really help me get off that starting block and get going. And I have to tell you that it makes a big difference. I also use the Motivate. A drop in my hand, rub together, breathe out, breathe in several times, and I am ready to go. So on top of my foundation, stay-at-home days, these are the products that I use. Okay, what's my magic sleep formula? Because without sleep, if you're sleep deprived, it's just not going to be a good day. It's not going to be a good day, and you are not doing good things for your health and for your body. So, sleep is critical. These are 2 products that I love to take before I go to bed. I take Serenity. 2 soft gels 20 minutes before I go to bed are like magic. I feel like I hit the pillow and it's like 2 minutes later, I'm out and I wake up in the morning, I'm like, geez, what happened? Because I am like so out. The Copaiba, I have started putting that in soft gels or just rubbing some of that, behind my ears and smelling. The Copaiba is also wonderful and just takes the Serenity soft gels to the next level. I also like to use the Balance because I tend to check text messages, emails before I go to bed. I know it's not a good thing to do. And you go to bed, you're like this, bzzz, you're like buzzing like this. You take the Balance, put some on the bottom of your feet, and it's just a couple of minutes, and you are like perfectly grounded. You are perfectly grounded, and you are relaxed enough to actually go to sleep and fall asleep. The Serenity, I still love to use that. I might put a little bit on my pillow, a little bit on the back of my hand. I sleep on the side, and that way I can be smelling it all night long. And then to open up those nasal passages and to get more oxygen in my body so that I don't have a noisy night's sleep, I am going to take the Breathe. I can diffuse it, or I can put it in my hand, rub the hands together, breathe out, breathe in, and this right here will it has taken my sleep to the next level. You take your sleep to the next level, the next morning you find that you are jumping out of bed and you are ready to take on the world. Okay, so I leave you with this thought that it's your life, it's your health. I want you to be empowered. Be empowered by continuing to get more education and by implementing some of these products in your life and by most definitely changing your lifestyle.